Hey, welcome into the oven. That's right, the oven. This world has turned into an absolute bakery. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It's just an oven. So hot. It's going to be well over 100 and something today, and all across the country. Al Roker was talking about how things are going. Well, listen, if you've never tuned in before, welcome. I learned something from my friend Katie Morton, who's a psychologist and amazing therapist, and I'm learning a lot. But she, on her YouTube channel, she says, welcome, and and I'm on here, Bob's Daily Devo. That's what you're tuned into, Bob's Daily Devo. And you wonder, well, gee, how come we don't have J. Vernon McGee? And let's turn to Zechariah into the 3rd chapter and look at the Greek and the Roman and the Egyptian. And I'm not going to do all that. I'm not J. Vernon McGee. I'm just old Bob. And I just want to share my life and share my experiences, and I believe that the insights and the intrigue, no, not the intrigue, but the insights and the experiences that I'm having could very well be beneficial to other people, and so that's why I put them up on the tube there. Let me just get my I'm reorganizing here at the Casa del Green. All right, I got my ice cooler, and believe it or not, it's one of the first times I can remember ever, the ice cooler is like getting a little shady there. It's a little bit lacking on ice. So I've got to make up my mind here. I've got a couple minutes here to make up my mind. I'm either going to go in and get more ice or go get some markers for Little Bethany Rosie. I think I'm going to go for the markers for Bethany Rosie, Little Bethany Rosie, because I can get more ice anytime. I've got plenty of time before my 1 o'clock. If I just jet out after, that'll give me a good amount of time to do that. So that'll work. I lost a couple pounds. That was good, and I feel this heat is not good for anybody. It's just not good to be this hot. I better take the throat medicine because I'm obviously in need of not coughing the whole time, especially when little Rosie is sleeping. I get her in my arms, I'm holding her, and she's just like, then she wakes up and looks around. What happened? But I don't feel worried about it too much because my older kids, Robert, Micah, and Amy Grace, they say their whole lives they remember hearing my cough. They could tell. They could be in a stadium of 100,000 people at the Rose Bowl, and there's Dad. Here he is. That'll calm my stomach down, and with my stomach calmed down, then I should not cough as much. I put some Velcro on the bottom of my box today. I'll show you. See? So now my box will stay placed there. The whole world, I feel like I'm in space. When the astronauts go off into space, everything has to be secured, because if it isn't, then it kind of floats around, and so I can't have things here. Nothing's floating. It's not that magical, but things do slide and they move, and so this way then, with the new In-N-Out Burgers going in at campus in 210, be sure to go to that. I'm going to be there for the grand opening. I will be there. I will make my way out here to make sure that this is happening, and I love you. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with Jesus and the Lord God. Holy Spirit, come on down. Yeah. So give me a call if you want to. We're 5 minutes in. I'm going to give you the call letters and everything. You know it's Bob's Daily Devo, and welcome with the first timers. Thumbs up, subscribe, write me a note, give me a call. 213-713-8954. Everybody else is calling. Why don't you call? I get calls from Florida, around the world, and that's just the sales calls. So, yep, it's crazy. The thing I like about this childhood emotional neglect, I was just hearing about it from my therapist, Miss Molly. Is it Molly? I don't know. I think it's Molly. Let me see. Alright.
Reason because our needs were really never truly met. People who struggle with CN confine themselves in abusive or unhealthy relationships, while many others struggle to get into any relationships at all.
I can't tell. I can't remember. I guess I could go like this and go like this, and then see if I could find it this way. Katie. It's actually Katie. No, not Katie. I don't know. I'm gonna give up. I gotta keep going. See, I'm kind of not all here today. I feel a little bit spacey. I'm in the thick of it, getting all these classes in, and after today, I only have 6 more classes in the parenting, and then after today, I only have 47 more of the Club 52. I talked about the Club 52 last night a little bit, about how the man, he is practicing this cognitive therapy, and it's, I don't know the whole name of it exactly, but he is practicing the therapy, and he is wanting us to think through, and the gist of it is that cognitive-based therapy is that cognitive, I should write, see if I wrote it down, I have it, but I got to pay attention here because we're coming to a stop. We've been rolling through the campus and Carnelian and coming here to Baseline now and starting to kind of slow down. So the idea of it is that it isn't so much all the things that happen to us, it's how we think about them. And I think also how we perhaps do not think about them. Because I didn't think at all about my childhood really in a logical way. In the last 3 months, I just it's like one of those things you put on when you're doing the texting. If you hold the arrow down long enough, and I think they should definitely fix that. I mean, you have to sit there and where's Alex Trebek? Da 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 da. You're waiting and waiting. Finally, it goes to screens, or as I go to screens, and then they have these really cool things. They have this floating of all these the thing you just said. They have about 50 of them, and they float around. Then another one is that I have the Columbo, looking at it to make sure, like a magnifying glass. And my favorite is a balloon. They have this, but I'm a little off track, aren't I? But it's okay. I'm having a good time. So the balloon that goes all up, it just goes, and then it's a Mylar balloon, and it's super shiny, and it reflects everything that's in the text. It reflects anything that's in that text. It's just, how do they do that? It's amazing. So somebody spent a little too much time at lunchtime to fool around there. So, here I am just. So my air conditioner's working. Miraculously, it's only 85 in here, so that's not bad. I feel like I'm in heaven. You're in heaven. Yeah, you're in heaven. Oh, help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Let's look up some scriptures here, shall we? Okay, if you ever want to know scriptures, it's real simple. All you got to do is just push the microphone. Bible. Wisdom. Go. Okay, and this one I think this way. Here we go. here's one. This is good. My family loves this book because we've been through it. Job 12:12. That'd be easy to remember. Job 12:12. It says, "It is not wisdom, is not wisdom found among the aged? Does not long life bring understanding?" I'd say yes, it does. I'd say yes, it does. I'd say yes, it does. What I was getting at earlier about my mother was that now this new element that I think it's Molly, I think it is therapist Molly, whatever the name, the therapist is saying that childhood emotional neglect. I never heard of some of these syndromes and these theories, and just like wild. It's like wild. I think I'm gonna have to forego the markers today because I need ice, and I don't think I don't know. I'm just like, I like to get the markers. But then I don't know. I'm gonna pray. Lord help me. Lord help me. Lord help me. If I do that, how do I get back on? How do I get going south quick enough? I don't want to be late to my meeting. I got the markers. Meeting's over, pal. Sorry. Glad you got those markers. I don't want to have that happen. So we'll see. I'll make a decision here in a moment or two and see what time I have. So it is the wisdom of being older. I understand now that if I had childhood emotional neglect, one of the symptoms was that a person who's been through that, like me, does not recognize their needs. I can remember that. That's why I got so freaked out on September the 27th, 1992. September 27th, 1992, I got so freaked out. I was just like, I melted down into just like a raging monster. I was just like, ah! And I grabbed my wife and I squeezed her arms and I was like, ah! And I was venting, basically just venting on my ex-wife, and it must have been just the scariest thing in the world. I mean, I didn't realize really either how big I was. I mean, now I realize I'm the Hulk. I'm like, ah. I was walking through a hallway yesterday, like, who put this bookcase here? I mean, I showed the owner, I said, look, if I stand with my shoulders out and my arms down, I can barely fit through here. I mean, and then the garage, the same thing. They just got things just like scattered and tossed about, and we'll just put some things here. Well, when you have a size 6 shoe, when your shoe is size 6, you can just flitter about and you have no trouble going through the eye of a needle. But when you have a size 14, 6E boat, you're trying to float through then guess what? It ain't gonna work so hot. You try to get through, and I ping, and I told the owner the same thing. I said, look, they had a laundry machine there, and I got to use this. Oh my gosh, I'm going way, way too fast. I'm going along with the flow of the traffic, and I'm just like, I'm just going beyond. And I'm slowing down now to go to the regular speed now, and I'm like, people are going, watch, here he goes, look, 1, 2, 3, boom. And I'm still going over the speed limit slightly, by a couple miles per hour, but this guy's just like, crazy. Maybe my speedometer's a little bit back gauged right. I'm going to go ahead and get the Sharpies. I'm going to get the dry erase marker pins. I've been promising to do that. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. God bless.